My name is Patricia Allen. I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. My address was 2619 Sword Street. My experience living there was that we had such a fabulous, wonderful neighborhood where all of your neighbors at some times acted as your parents, that it was a very close-knit neighborhood. Everybody knew each other by name, and it was just a great place to grow up in. There were many different cultures in our neighborhood. We had Scandinavian, we had Jewish, we had European Americans, Caucasians, and of course we had African Americans in the area. It was the place that we loved. It was where we went. We didn't have to leave 24th Street for anything. It had everything that we needed. It had everything that we wanted. And so you could walk from your home to 24th Street and get anything that you needed. So yes, we were very much affected by what happened in our community. Well, 24th Street was a vibrant, wonderful place. You're looking at some of the buildings now that were here, but you see all these vacant lots. And back then, and I will say in the 40s and the 50s that I'm going to speak about, and the 60s, there was not one vacant building, nor was there one vacant lot. We had the greatest community in all of Omaha. Everybody came to 24th Street, whether it was for a parade, whether it was for entertainment, or whether it was for the food, or just to mingle and associate with another person. We had dress shops, men's clothing stores. We had street vendors. We had doctors. We had dentists. We had every kind of profession that you could think of that might have been throughout the whole area. There was a shooting of a third child. He was 19 years old. He was unarmed, and he was shot by the police. And so in 1966, the rumblings kind of started. People were unhappy. They were disgusted and displeased with the way the police were handling the neighborhood. And so that sparked, as far as I know, the very first riot. And so they did some burning. It was not on 24th Street, but it was down on Florence. And it was, I think one was at 3737 Lake Street. So that was the very beginning. And I remember this is 1966. So after that, things cooled down a little bit, and there was no more riots, there was no more ramblings. And then in 1969, a young girl by the name of Vivian Strong was shot and killed by the police in the back of her head at the Logan Street Fontanelle Apartments. And what happened was some of the kids there had gone to a vacant unit, and they were dancing and playing records. And somebody said the police were coming. And so they all took off running, and there was a policeman named James Loader who shot into the crowd and killed Vivian Strong. Well, a few hours later, around midnight or so, the riots escalated. And that's when the burnings, and that's when all that happened, in 1969. Back in the day, there was maybe 10, 15 grocery stores throughout North Omaha on 24th Street. And so with the burnings and the firebombing and all of that, they were gone. Our drugstores were gone. We just had no place to go anymore unless we went outside of North Omaha to get what we needed. So that's the way that we were affected. That way, economics played a really big part. And I don't know when the change came or why the change came, but things changed in our neighborhood after the burning, after the riots, because nothing was rebuilt. Some buildings were left standing for quite a while before they were even razed or tore down. So it changed. It was like a ghost town. It was like a dump. Nobody wanted to go there anymore because there was nothing but destruction and dissolution and nothing to see, no place to go anymore. I think 24th Street started to die. I look at the neighborhood with a broken heart because back then it was so vibrant and there was so much to do. And when people come home now, they're just appalled and amazed at what has happened to the community. The city has put nothing back into the community. Some lots they just demolished, I should say some buildings they demolished. So you see all these vacant lots and there's nothing there. So in my opinion, the city did nothing to help revitalize or bring the community even up a little bit. They just let it go. I think they didn't put any effort into it because they had no value on North 24th Street. It was now a black community. So there was no value there. They didn't see value in houses. The real estate market was almost dead. You know, if you bought a house over here, you were just stuck with it because nobody was going to buy it. And if you ride through our community and you look at it now, and then you go through other communities, I mean, the comparison is, well, there is none. They say that you go to Exurban, you go there, or you go to the old market, or you go to just any other community in Omaha, they all have something. Even Benson has a lively, wonderful community, and we have nothing. I may feel even stronger about the neighborhood now than I did then, because back then it was such a vibrant, wonderful place to be, and to have it all taken away, or demolished, or destroyed, would be a wonderful thing to see it come back. If it could go back to the old days, when it was vibrant and alive, where there were no vacant lots, where there was livelihood in every building, it would be a wonderful thing for me to see that happen.